just some video footage that I thought I had lost when I did a overland trip with Rooster this last December. Average temperature on this trip was about 32 degrees. It was cold, got cold at night, but I had a 0-degree bag, so I was fine. But anyway, let's sit back and watch the video and see what happens here. Alright, whiskey out. And I'm sure you recognize this guy. This is Rooster, and it's a little cold this morning. It's about 32 degrees. There's frost on everything, but I was lucky enough to get invited along on Paul's overlanding trip. I came along just for a couple days, and as you can see here in the background, we have the 2024 Polaris Expedition. This is Rooster's new ride, and Rooster, could you just kind of go over and tell everyone, obviously you've got the tent hookup and all that, but just tell everyone what you did to this thing to be able to rock crawl.
Okay, from the factory, these things come out a little narrow. I didn't like that because I'm running the Polaris rooftop tent. Adds about 150 pounds top weight. So when I'm out rock crawling or in some off-camber trails, I wanted to make it a little wider, a little more stability. So that's why I went with the 10-inch wide rims. It got me out to 72 inches. So I'm right dead center in the rim, 5 outside, 5 inside. They are 32 Rockzilla stickies. Do a lot of rock climbing in the mountains at Windrock, Royal Blue. I wanted to make this rig universal, so I'm not only just overlanding, but I will take this rig here rock climbing. So a lot of you guys that haven't been out east in the big mountains, there are a lot of big rocks and a lot of beautiful places there also. Although Arkansas is my favorite, lots of camp spots down here. But anyway, I carry a 4-gallon fuel pack on the front, Roto packs. I want to be able to reach out. I don't want to have to find a gas station, so I can stay out on the trail about 3 days before I have to refuel. That was very important to me, because when Polaris built this machine, the Expedition, they built it for overlanding. So that's what I'm using it for. I'm not using it to take my wife to the store. I'm not using it to go pick up trash on the interstate. I'm using it for what it was built for. So when I put the 32-inch tires on it, I felt like it didn't have the grunt that I wanted to go up the side of a mountain. So I had the computer sent off, had the computer rebuilt. All the torque specs have been lowered. There's no rev limiter on it, so it's full wide open. It'll run about 76 miles an hour top end if I want to go down the highway. I have been known to cross interstates, and I need to be able to get across quickly when I'm overlanding in my journeys. So that's real important. There's no hesitation. I've had the clutch rebuilt front and back. Real important with the 32s. On a stock belt, if you're taking one of these off the road on a stock belt, stock clutches, you're going to smoke a belt. I cannot be down, I cannot be stranded. So had the clutches rebuilt, had the new helix added, redone. Got 32 Roxilla stickies. These things will climb a tree straight up. So along with the tires, clutches, rooftop tent, it'll sleep probably 2 full adults pretty comfortably, and a dog. My dog usually goes with me everywhere. He's not on this trip. Duke, I miss you, buddy. I love you. But anyway, so unfortunately with my job schedule, I can't always take off in the summer in the beautiful, lush months, 70-degree weather. So I have to come out here a lot of times in the winter. A lot of times I'm by myself. So I have to be able to stay warm. I have to be able to get back to the truck. I have to be able to survive by myself. If I turn over and can't get out, somebody has to come get me. So I'm prepared to survive 5 days. I don't usually plan on that, but on this trip, it is a very, very long trip. So I'm set to survive for 5 days before I have to start drinking out of a creek or start foraging for food. But I will do it in a worst case scenario. So I have to stay warm when it's really cold out here. As some of us know, getting older sucks. I do that by a diesel heater. This is a Halkery. This is an 8,000 watt diesel heater. As you can see, this is the exhaust, and this is the hose. It isn't set up right now because I'm just breaking down camp. Normally this will go into the tent, and I have a remote up in the tent so I can turn it up and down, on or off, whatever I want. This is an important piece to me to stay warm. I do carry a backup. I have backups for every backup that has a backup. I just can't be unsafe when I'm out here by myself. Last night, I would have froze to death because I'm cold-natured. So, Whiskey, the guy I'm with, he just has a tarp over a tree, and he's sleeping in a hammock last night. I cannot do that. One tough son of a buck. That's all I can say. Whiskey, the guy I'm with, he just has a tarp over a tree, and he's sleeping in a hammock last night. I cannot do that. One tough son of a buck. That's all I can say. But it runs off diesel. So what kind of power do I need to run this? So I bought a Jackery, and I got the 2000 Pro, and that's what I run this heater on. It will run this heater approximately almost 5 nights before it needs recharging. So every day that I'm riding, I just hook it up to my cigarette lighter. It recharges it by the end of the day, so I'm good to keep going. But if I didn't have any power to my unit, I could run 5 days off my Jackery. I really like the Jackery. It charges the batteries. I run an electric chainsaw, because sometimes I may not always be where somebody needs to hear a gas-powered chainsaw. So electric chainsaw is much quieter. You never know if you're going to be out in the woods and Bigfoot's going to be standing up there. You don't want to scare him off. So that's my point. So you're saying, what about your food? Okay, so with my Jackery, so I bought a refrigerator and freezer combo. So it runs off a cigarette lighter also, and I keep all my food in it. I can adjust the temperatures. I normally keep them turned down to about 28 degrees. That way everything stays good and cool. If something should happen, I lose all power, as long as I keep those doors shut, it'll stay cold for 2 or 3 days if I don't keep the doors open on it. So that's just a little bit of what we got here. We'll do a little more in-depth video another night or two when we're out here and we're fully set up with everything running, and let you kind of see. So stay tuned.